Ladies and gentlemen, Pokemon is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I've been playing it since Pokemon Yellow came out all the way back in the 90s. But these days, it is hit or miss. So how could we make it better? What about if we gave the Pokemon guns? Well, then you would get Palworld. You may be asking yourself, what the hell is Palworld? Well, that's what I'll be answering in this video. Let's go and get right into it. Yes, if you have been alive for the past couple of days, and I assume you have been, or maybe you were just born and you're an infant. You're like 4 days old and you want to know what Palworld is? Well, that's what we're going to break down in this video. You have seen Palworld hitting all the headlines every day, and it's actually kind of so massive now that I had to force myself to make a video on it. I won't be giving you my personal opinions on the game, because this isn't a review, so I'm not trying to influence you to either buy it or don't buy it. So we're just going to be breaking down like the facts about the game. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would mean the world. And Tuesday night and Saturday night right here on YouTube, I stream. Come hang out. But let's get into the video. So you may be asking yourself, what the hell is Palworld? Well, per Wikipedia, Palworld is an action-adventure survival game by Japanese developer Pocket Pair. This game is set in an open world populated with animal-like creatures known as pals, or aka Pokemon clones. The players can battle and capture pals in order to use them for base building, traversal, and combat. There has been a lot of discourse online saying that Palworld is just a Pokemon clone. And while I do think they take tons of inspiration in the pals from Pokemon, like some are almost straight up copy and paste creatures, but I don't think I would call it a Pokemon clone. It's fun to say it's like a Pokemon game with guns, but I'm not sure if you've ever played Ark or any other survival games. It kind of leans more towards that, but there's also like some weird elements that kind of remind me of almost Zelda a little bit. The creatures just look like Pokemon, or the pals. The pals just look like Pokemon. This may or may not be for you. This game is so big, it's actually hard to wrap your head around how fast it's growing. Palworld continues to break records with 1.8 million concurrent players on Steam. And this article came out, I think, yesterday. Or today. Okay, this article came out today. By the time you're seeing this video, these numbers have probably increased, just keep that in mind. Palworld, the survival game mashup, continues to grow in popularity. In the past 24 hours, its peak concurrent player count reached 1.8 million, the second highest, I think, it says right here, behind PUBG. It even overtook the spot from Counter-Strike 2. That's freaking crazy. PUBG has the #1 spot of 3.2 million concurrent players, so I don't think Palworld will quite get that far, but it's still impressive nonetheless. But these sales are where this game is truly blowing my mind. So this is another article from today, but like I said, these sales are probably increased. How many units has Palworld sold? Palworld has sold 6 million units since its early access release. That is just in a couple of days, ladies and gentlemen. 6 million copies. And this game is also available on Game Pass. What makes this so impressive to me is I knew this game wasn't on the Switch. I knew it was on Steam and Xbox, but I already assumed it was on PlayStation as well. This game is not on PlayStation yet. Imagine what this would have been if they launched with this on PlayStation 2. You have to remember the PS5 is the most popular next-gen console. Like, it's dominating Xbox in sales. So these numbers would have probably been almost doubled if this was available on PlayStation, if not more, which is freaking crazy. While these numbers are very impressive, do I think this is going to become some huge, massive thing that just has tons of replayability and is going to be supported forever? I'm not so sure, to be honest. Like, if the developers continue to do a bunch of updates, especially with all this money that they're making, I can see it have some longevity. But I do think this has a lot of hype around it right now, and it's trending, and it's kind of got some memes going for it, and it's got the Pokemon connection. I do think we're going to see it die down here in a couple next weeks, but it still is impressive. There has been tons of controversy about this game already though, which is kind of not a good thing. Like, it helps with word of mouth and it helps it get more eyes on it and then potentially more players. But the Pokemon-like creatures, the pals, some of them I could see Nintendo like going after them, because you can see that they're clearly inspired. And also there's a bunch of modders already trying to mod like Ashen and Pokemon into the game, and Nintendo is taking them down immediately. While you want to have your game have tons of eyes on it and word of mouth and just be topic of conversation, you don't want it to see it have tons of controversy at the beginning. because while that can help sometimes, normally that hurts it. Regardless, I could see this game breaking a couple more sell records. I don't think it's going to become the #1 game on Steam. And I do think it has some potential, and I do think it is a cool concept. Everybody's like, see, Nintendo, this is what we wanted from a Pokemon game. Why can't Pokemon do this? Why can't Pokemon be like this? If Nintendo cared about Pokemon, this is how it would be. Number one, Nintendo has nothing to do with Pokemon. That is Game Freak. And number two, in my opinion, this is nothing like Pokemon. I love the way Pokemon is. I don't want it to change. I just want it to be more polished. I enjoy Pokemon games the way they are. They just come out and they're janky. They'd often look like crap, and they're just not good quality. But the gameplay and the mechanics and the story and the Pokemon, those are fine with me. So I think Pokemon just needs kind of some new paint, a little tune-up here and there, but I don't want Pokemon to ever be like this. Like, Pokemon with guns, yeah, it sounds cool in a title, but that's not the essence of a Pokemon game. And yeah, maybe this will make Game Freak see that they could take some chances, or if they put some more effort into the game, it could be better. I just don't see the comparison to Pokemon except the creatures. This is definitely a survival, base building game. Ladies and gentlemen, this was my brief attempt to explain what Palworld is, and some facts about it, and some controversy about it. And I would love to hear from you guys. What's your opinion on this game? Have you played it? Are you gonna play it? Like I said, this isn't a review. This is kind of just telling you what the hell's going on here. If you choose to play it, cool. If you don't, who the hell cares, right? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I would like to get some more followers on both of those and then start posting some gaming news. But thank you so much, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.